Buddy, you can't leave me like that again.
I didn't mean to.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today, well, in the last video of the Evo Wagon build, we got this thing in full primer, and now we are going to basically make sure that this thing is actually straight. So, pretty much use primer as a tool. Once you get all the body filler and everything done, you'll have a little bit of sand scratches, like you can kind of see an example like right there, where there's just those little lines. But essentially what the primer does is it's kind of a thick, fills in little sand scratches, fills in little imperfections, and then essentially you go over the whole body with, we're using this dust guide coat. So this is basically a black dust. And what you do is when you start blocking it, you'll just start to see, you know, the low spots, the high spots, and you know, any sand scratches or anything like that. So that's pretty much ensures that we get this thing perfect. Initially wasn't the goal, but I guess that's kind of the goal now. So Brandon came over, he's gonna help me block this thing out. It's been sitting for about 2 days now, so it's gonna turn out nice. So we will be using these bigger blocks. This is the 9-inch, and I think this is like the 14 or something like that. But we will be using 120 grit with this. We'll basically leave the car taped up like it's already masked and everything. We'll block it how it is, and then what we'll do, since that 120 grit scratch is kind of a bigger scratch, we'll go ahead and re-prime it and then let it sit for a couple more days, and then we'll actually fully wet sand it and basically officially get it ready to paint. So my goal for this thing is to hopefully have this thing painted within a week, and I think that's for sure doable, especially with how close we already are on the bodywork right now. So you can see as he's going down, the black is disappearing, and you could actually see some of the sand scratches. So all the little black stuff that's left over, that's all sand scratches from our bodywork. I'm assuming when we get up and start doing the roof, you'll see little bitty hail damage things that kind of pop up there. There'll be little low spots, and you'll basically be able to block them out and make sure it's all flat. So yeah, this is definitely I don't know, it's not that time consuming, I guess, but it's an essential step of making a nice car. All right, guys, so it's been a couple days. Sean, where you been, buddy?
I got stranded in New Orleans of all places.
What were you doing?
So we were going on vacation for my girl's best friend's birthday, and we had a flight back to Denver on Monday. It's now Thursday, and I got home last night at 2 a.m. Big snowstorm.
Yeah, so we essentially got like 4 feet of snow in Denver, which is the airport. We only ended up getting like 4 inches down here. But yeah, they canceled his flight, so he was gone. You're supposed to be back Monday.
Monday like afternoon.
And then now, essentially, he got back Wednesday. So today is Thursday.
I went to bed at like 3 a.m. last night.
Well, you're excited to be back at work.
I'm excited.
Working on this thing.
I'm glad to be back.
Gave this thing a couple extra days of curing time on the old
primer.
The old primer.
Yeah.
We got Kinsey over here. Kinsey, what are you doing? Kins.
Say hi. Kins.
Kinsey's hanging out
today. Yeah.
Big day at the shop. So
a lot of things going on.
Now over here on this side of the shop, we're actually cleaning up some stuff as well. So we got some Evo parts right here, some Evo Wagon parts, and essentially we're cleaning off this shelf right here. So this has been kind of the catch-all for the past 5 years or so, ever since we put these shelves up. And then we've already found a bunch of stuff under here or over here that you know, that I didn't really even know I had. I have some truck manifolds, have some LS flex plates, got a Ford Taurus radio for some reason. See, we got a 6-liter like truck LS truck water pump. We got an EK hatch wing. We got some snow chains. We have this freaking box right here. We have a Nismo power brace for an S14. We got a factory subwoofer out of F250. We got some 240 front cross braces in the front, some Civic control arms. Man, we got all kinds of stuff. So, Kens, what do you think of it?
Your daddy's nice. Look at your daddy's Horde.
I think she likes the Horde. So, we're essentially gonna take off this shelf right here, so that way we could actually stack stuff. Because right now, once you put something in the back, you can't really get to it. Carson, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh, good. So yeah, I don't know. Sean thinks I'm only gonna throw away like 10% of this stuff.
At most.
That's it?
At most, yeah.
Like, what do you need with that Torty radio?
And the stuff that's mine and Blake's doesn't count. Blake.
I was actually planning on throwing everything away that you guys had over here, and
Well,
mostly just
keeping
keeping
that already.
keeping
Mostly
mine.
just keeping your
Really?
But the 10% doesn't come out of the stuff that's ours that you throw away.
You think?
It comes out of your stuff.
Uh-oh. Carson's coming through. Okay, guys, so getting some K-Series parts organized. So I had this pallet right here just basically full of K-Series stuff. So you can see we have like a clutch, some throttle bodies, some power steering pumps, little like coolant passage things, alternators, fittings, just random coil packs, all kinds of stuff like that. I think these are K24A2 pistons and rods. Down in here, we have some 2JZ S14 engine mounts. We got a front cover. We got more timing chain stuff, another piston and rod. We got a bunch of EcoBoost Mustang stuff. Right here we have some random Supra stuff. We have a Kawasaki Ninja 636 engine back there. But yeah, basically I have some truck manifolds, K20 head, K24 head, S14 wiring, some more K-Series stuff, and a whole bunch of 370Z parts from a 370Z that I parted out like 5 years ago, and still have some parts left off of that thing. But yeah, we went ahead and pulled off that little shelf right here, and that way we could actually kind of stack more stuff. And then with where this pallet is right here, we're gonna go ahead and put like engines and other stuff out of the way. Because as you can see right here, I have a 2-liter Saab engine, little turbo engine. I have a K20. Got a bunch of random stuff. Kind of trying to clean up this area. This is like one of the ugliest pieces of the shop, I think, is right there. Well, you know, that stuff too, but trying to clean it up. But Sean is over here messing with all this stuff. Sean, how's the car coming?
Oh, it's coming, buddy. We're getting her straightened out.
Yep.
Check it out.
So Sean's got the whole back of it blocked. Is this side all done?
Side's done.
This side's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Now basically just working on the roof. Is there anything that we missed? Is there any dimples or anything?
There's one. There's one boy right here.
One low spot?
One low spot right there. And then
Wow.
so far on the roof, that's the only thing I've seen. Basically the doors and everything look really good.
Yeah.
Whatever was there, the primer basically did its job and filled them and
Yep.
smoothed out nice and good.
So yeah, kind of the goal is to hopefully prime this thing again by the end of the day, and then basically pull the doors off and start doing the body work in the door jambs. So got a little bit of stuff to do on that, but we'll keep her going.
How's your favorite bodywork going, buddy?
Oh, we're almost done.
It's getting there. So you guys might think this is actually an Evo bodywork video, but in reality,
It's a shop cleaning video.
it's a shop cleaning
We're
video.
getting her clean. Look at that. We had probably 40 gallons of coolant and probably another 10 gallons of oil that it had been, and we just cleaned it out like a couple months ago. So right now we're just getting it cleaned up. We had this big like coolant trough. Our neighbors have basically people that come and pick up their coolant, so we're fortunate enough to be able to just go drop it off over there. Now we're just going to kind of clean up the shelf a little bit. We already got that one cleaned up a bit. I'm going to pull the transmission off of this engine. This is my my budget Evo big block, so I kind of want to get this, like, start tearing into this thing. Obviously bodywork is taking a while, painting takes a while, and to try to push out content and stuff for you guys. I've been kind of slacking on it just because I've been kind of relying on those videos. But I think what we kind of want to do is start mixing it up a little bit, like maybe do some engine stuff and then go back to body work. Basically be filming 2 videos at once, but right now we're just cleaning.
Let's get it in.
All right, guys, so we got this whole area pretty much cleaned up. Need to do a sweep and well, we already swept. Need to do a mop and a scrub. Normally what we do is we load the foam cannon with degreaser and basically degrease the ground and then use an acid brush, clean it all up, and then mop it, and that usually works pretty well. But got this, this is that 4G69. Basically the budget stroker, the 2.4. I would really like to throw this thing on the engine stand, mess with throwing an Evo 9 engine or cylinder head on it, mess with some, you know, pistons and rods and all that other stuff to figure out exactly what it is. It's like a factory 2.3 stroker, but it's just bored out, which makes it a 2.4. Same deck height, same everything as a 4G63. So basically it already has the stroker crank, the 100 mil crank. So essentially you just get stroker pistons and rods, put it in there, but it is an 87 mil bore instead of, I think, like an 85 or whatever the stock 2 liters are essentially. But yeah, I really want to mess with that. And yeah, stoked that we got all this stuff cleaned up. Got all the totes and stuff from down here up there. Now we have some engines in there. See, I got an automatic transmission trying to sell. I just cleaned up a bunch of stuff over here, kind of working through some of this stuff as well. Favorite thing ever, we got some primer going on over here. So Sean went ahead and re-primed the car. Basically left it all masked up. Just went ahead and blew it all off and went ahead and made sure to scuff all the edges again. Now that this thing is in the second round of primer, pretty much it should just be wet sanding, and then we could send this thing to paint, or, you know, not send it to paint, we're gonna paint it. Yeah, definitely doing this stuff. It for sure takes time. You know, with Sean being gone this week basically until Thursday, you know, we didn't get as much done on it as we could have. But you can't leave me like that again.
I didn't mean to.
Then we don't
tell DIA that.
The big snowstorm.
That's what it was. Frontier, I think that was Sean's actual first time on it. Or no, was it your first time on a plane?
Yeah.
Other than
first time on an airplane.
Said it felt like a turbo Honda.
But better, way better.
Yeah. Actually, it's like really fast.
So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the shop. And if you guys think we should hop into another project, like should we mess with engine stuff? Or do you guys want to see some content with like the Civic, or, you know, messing with these things? You know, bodywork, it just takes so much time. But anyhow, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
And then we can drive it.